All right, so here's a review of the Magnaflow stainless exhaust, part number 16724 for probably 59 through 64 X frames. Might be listed as 61 through 64, but I don't see why it wouldn't work for a 5960. So this is the second round of doing this. Anybody who watches the channel saw that I did it on the blue 64 I used to own. And so this is doing it for somebody that we know, and really impressed this time around. Could be that we had two people working on it. When I did on the blue 64, it was just me by myself, so it's kind of awkward to get things to where they stay, so where you can move on to the next part. But with two people, it's mocked up pretty good. Right now it's only held in place on the collectors with one bolt on each side and zip ties pretty much wherever along the frame, just to mock it up so that we can see what we're dealing with. But so far, overall, the review on this is surprisingly pretty good. On the blue 64 I struggled, but this was a night and day difference. So this motor is basically a crate motor, crate 350 with block huggers, ceramic coated shorty block hugger, shorty style, and the collector mounted right up. Like I said, it's just one bolt. Plenty of clearance on the starter. Good clearance on the frame here. Plenty of clearance on the frame here. This probably can go up a hair. It's stainless front to back. Stainless mufflers. It's going to use a clamp, which works, but anybody who uses this kit with the clamp, you're going to notice some water drops, some condensation drops that find its way out of the clamp. For some people that might bother them, but for most probably not. But this could be welded up. This could be tacked in and brought down and then welded fully and polished. So this is stainless, so this could be fully polished if you wanted to. So this is on a 64 convertible. So you can see it hugs the frame pretty good. It's the clamp point. Let's see. So it bolts to the collector. You got a clamp there to the muffler. You got another clamp back here to the muffler. Like I say, it's just mocked up. It comes around. Comes around, and we just have it clamped right now to the gas tank filler neck and to the body mount here. And then it comes straight out the back. And we cut the exhaust. We chopped it for right now. It was to about, past the bumper. He didn't want that. Either we're going to leave it the same, or maybe do a little tip that dumps down, but really don't want to see any exhaust. It has brackets here to mount to the frame, so that could be pulled in closer to the frame. It moves. It's free. So like I say, it's just kind of hung in place right now. Same on this side. Clamp here for the tailpipe. Now you could, a lot of guys might be running this is actually a narrowed rear end. So it's 58 inches wide, narrowed 1 inch on each side. And it should clear. Now if you run reverse wheels, it's going to be even better because the wheel's going to be pushed out further. Some guys with the lowriders, they usually stop the exhaust here. There, or exit it straight out in front of the back tire. The downside of that is it's really loud. Inside the car, it's really loud. And it smells. If you run it all the way out back, it's a lot more quiet and you don't have as much smell. So, this is part one, I guess. I'm going to bring you guys back once we get this thing fully in place and fully secure. Probably about another week or so by the time we get around to it. This is a frame off 64 Impala convertible. Black interior, black top. We built the chassis here. It's completely powder coated. And that's what the car looks like. We painted it here also. So I'll bring you guys back once we get this thing fully mounted, clamped in, and secured to the frame. What you think about this operation? Anything you want to let Magnaflow know?
Yeah, this is not a bolt-on kit.
No, by no means.
It's not straight out the box.
So this kit is made for ram horn exhaust, which if you have block huggers or any other exhaust other than ram horn, the main collector drop down is higher. So right now the collector is a little bit lower than the oil pan. So with that being said, it drops the whole exhaust down because the collector is not going up as high into the engine cradle. So with that, the muffler hangs way low.
Yeah, so before we section this one, we already sectioned this one and welded it back up. This was hanging
below the drain plug.
Yeah, and it was blocking the drain plug also. We couldn't get this out.
Yeah.
And it was way down here.
I don't know what these things sell for now, but it's by no means, I mean, the only thing bolt-on about it is the clamps.
Yeah.
The clamps that it comes with.
Yeah, it shouldn't be advertised as a bolt-on kit. It should be advertised, trim to fit.
Sure. I mean, we welded a little bracket there to the body mount. And the same thing over here. That way we didn't have to weld anything to the actual frame. Like I say, these are bolt-on.
We're gonna change the name.
Huh?
We're gonna change the name.
Change the name to Trim to Fit Exhaust?
Magnaflow.
Magnaflow. Yeah, man. But we're just gonna cut this out. So all we're using is what, 2-inch tape, 2-inch masking tape.
Yeah, that's what we're using to section off, the area up front. So 2-inch tape, cut on both sides, get rid of this and then weld that to that.
Which is what we did here.
Yeah, that's what we did on the other side.
Basically taking 2-inch off of it so it tucks up 2 inches more. It could probably go a little bit more to get it a little more tucked, but you also want to have some slack, I mean, actually, man, if we went up higher, I don't know if we can get the oil filter out.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely needs a shoulder oil filter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe about half that size.
All right. So I guess we'll bring you back once this thing is wrapped up. All right, here we are. Got the Magnaflow exhaust bolted in. It's a really tight, back out a little bit here. Really tight quarters up in here next to the oil pan. On both sides. Some of the bolts had to go face up and some of them had to point down. But we got it. We did have to trim them about 2 inches to raise the mufflers a little bit. Still hang a hair, but everything is tight. Overall, I'd rate this kit a 5 out of 10. What do you think?
Sounds about right.
I mean, it's tight. We're gonna see. Hopefully, we get this thing started. I mean, it's all right. It curves the floor pans pretty well. Anybody looking to get this kit, it's gonna take you about, man, at least a full 8-hour day with 2 people to install this thing with the body on. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little review on this Magnaflow exhaust for 58 to 64 Impala X-frame. Y'all stay tuned for more work.